Hey, welcome along, everybody. Yes, it is Sunday night. It is not Monday night. I'm just having to say that to myself because we are normally hanging out with you for the hair show on Monday nights, but we've moved to Sunday night tonight because I think we've got a big night going on tomorrow down in London. I think George is down there. But yes, it is showtime, and I'm just looking at the numbers already coming in. We've got a good house building here tonight. Really, really excited. Oops, I'll drop me little. Hang on. There we are. I'm back. Yes, so we've got a really good group of you coming into the show here tonight. So, yep, if you're not familiar with the hair show, this is the show that we discuss big hair industry topics. And we want you to be part of these conversations because it's your voice that makes the show. The Everyday Hairdresser Show. Yeah, that's what this is all about. And to do that is super easy, all right? All you have to do is post in the comments, and I can see all your comments coming in, and you're already doing this really good. Post your comments in, and we could be flagging up your comments, your questions, opinions on to the screen, okay? And we'll be doing that. Now, anybody that's new again to the hair show, because I think we're going into Salon Owners United group, welcome to you all. It's great to have you joining us. If you are new to it, what you need to do is just grant eCam permission to just allow us to flag up your face and name, and then we know who you use it, because I can see lots of you. I think you may all know who you are, but unfortunately I can't. So I can see Mustafa's here, and he's got that, but then we have Facebook user. So when I'm seeing Facebook user, just grant eCam permission. I think Dave will put that link into the comments. I'm sure he'll do that in a minute. There we are. George has put that in. So just click that link if you're watching in the group. And then it takes seconds to do. And once you've done that, we can see your names. All right. I hope that makes sense on what to do. So let's have a quick look back. Let's just see who is joining us tonight. Well, first in on the highs was Jez. Good to see you, Jez. Good to talk to you last night. Then we have Jacqueline. Nice to see you here, Jacqueline, platformer. We have, again, I don't know who you are. I want to, but you may all know who you are. But I'm just seeing Facebook user. Go and grant permission. Janet's here from Pivot Point. Nice to see you, Janet. Hiya, Tony. Great to have you along, Tony. Always good hanging out with you. Renee, good to see you as well. Great to have you on. I'll keep scrolling down. We're about 20 seconds delay below. Nicola. Good to see you here, Nicola. Ray's here. Nice to see you, Ray. Congratulations on We Love. You're now Habia approved. Great achievement. Where are we? Let's go down where we can see. We've got Cheryl here. Nice to see you, Cheryl. Lots of you. Yeah. What's that you just put here? I've just done that before I came on. Yes, I guess you're talking about just granting eCam permission. So please, everybody that's just doing these Facebook users, please just grant permission to eCam. There's nothing spooky about it. Don't want you to not go into their data. It just, because we're streaming into private groups, it means that we have to just have that permission to see you here. Yeah, we've got Scott on YouTube as well, our platformer. Great to have you along, Scott. Really good to see you here. And look, get involved in this tonight. It's going to be a great show. I promise you, we've got some big topics coming up, and let's have a look what's going to come up. So yeah, let's there we have one voice in the industry who really represents you, the hair professional. Yeah, we are going to be diving into this. There's been big things happening. I can't wait to see your thoughts on it, hear your thoughts on this. Is this something you're with? Do you know much about it? Well, tonight's special co-host, who I'm going to be bringing in shortly, is going to tell us all about this. So you've got some big conversations to have on that one. Oh, go away. I'm going all wrong. It's Sunday. That's what it is. They're waiting. Let's do that. Then we've got the dry cut debate. Is there a place for this, or should we bin it? All right. Basically, yeah. The dry haircut, is there good money to be made in this service, or is it just a service that we all just cannot bear doing? Press the right button, Dom. Press the right button. AI, friend or foe? This is one we were really gagging to talk about 2 weeks ago. Well, we're going to go into this tonight. We're all talking about this as well, aren't we? Are you using AI? Is it helping you in the industry? Ooh, are you frightened of it? Is it something that's going to maybe, just cheapen things that maybe what we've all really became accustomed to doing? And then we've got, we're going to finish on this one. always a light-hearted topic at the end. The bubble Bob, boyfriend Bob, Gemini trend. We're seeing lots of these names appearing on social media and through some media groups in the industry as well that are talking these names. Are these just fad? Are they good? Is there a place for these? Let's have some fun. So we're going to get your opinions on that. But you got a brief of an idea of who's going to be coming into the show tonight, because I already just flagged them up and I caught them off guard. But let's bring them in when they're now meant to come in. So please welcome to the show my host, Georgia Bell, and our special co-host tonight, Collette Osbourne. Welcome along.
Hello.
Wow, what happened there? I'm get too excited.
You caught me off guard there, Dom. I was. It's a good job I wasn't like picking some food out of my teeth or something, isn't it? Like Jesus.
Yeah, it depends what we're doing, doesn't it, Dom? We could have been doing anything.
Well, that's right. Thankfully, yeah. I dropped my little prompt down here as well, so it was all going off tonight. I think it's Sundays. Thank you for joining us, by the way, Collette. It's great to have you here.
No, thank you for having me. I'm absolutely can't believe I'm actually on the screen with G and Mr. G. So it's Mr. G George because of that voice. He's like Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm afraid then you have to see the face, but I just put it down to the microphone, Collette. That's all it is. It's the mic. But look, we've got names. We've really got a fantastic numbers
great
tonight.
Audience, haven't we? Yeah.
We have got a brilliant audience. So I promise you, if you are new to the hair show, this is the best hair show or best live when it comes to conversations. I'm hoping that the cameras and the Wi-Fi's are all going to behave tonight. But look, Collette, just before we head into it, just give everybody a bit of a heads up on you, because everybody probably knows myself and Jules, because we do this every 2 weeks. But just give a heads up on you.
Right, so me, well, I'm Collette, obviously. Hello, everybody. I'm a salon owner, and my previous life, I'm an accountant, and I've done various things, all boring, not like hair, love hair. Wanted to be a hairdresser at 16, didn't get the job, went into accountancy, did a bit of law, did a bit of business consultancy, lost my mum to cancer when I was 40 and retrained to be a hairdresser. And I've always been in love with this industry, always. So I'm now a salon owner. I'm vice chair for the Hair and Barber Council. And I also run a group called Salon Owners United. There's about 1,122 on here from Salon Owners United tonight, Dom.
Well, I've got to say, I'm looking at the numbers. These are really exciting. So great. George, just because we're bringing this on a Sunday night, this may be the way forward. Is Sunday nights all right? But the reason being, you're heading down to London tomorrow.
Yeah, it is the VA tomorrow. So yeah, I'm heading down to do a little bit of networking. I am sitting with Denman, so I'm very excited to see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah, down on the table, down with the Denman crew. Is everybody else going?
Yeah.
Who's going to the British Hairdressing Business Awards tomorrow? Are you going, Collette?
No, I'm not. I normally go as a, as a finalist or, anything else. But no, I'm not going this year because unfortunately I've got a birthday party. But I'd much rather be down there with G. But I don't think we'd be coming home, G, would we? I think there'd be a few bad heads.
I'm quite sensible these days, mate. Believe it or not. So who knows? We'll see tomorrow.
Love that there through Ruth. Right, look, let's get straight into this then. So again, if you're all new to the show, how this works, this is someone said it 2 weeks ago. I can't remember who said it, George, but there was somebody said it's like hanging out in the staff room. And I thought that's kind of perfect. Yeah, this is staff room chat. This is industry professionals like all of us that come together to chat over all the stuff. Whether we agree, disagree, it's opinions, and they're all good and welcome. So, we're going to be bringing in, if there's any questions that you have, then feel free. I'm going to be keeping my eye on all these comments coming in. I can see you all there, so keep them coming. But let's go to it. Our first topic of tonight, one voice. Who is representing us? Right. Collette, I'm going to hand this straight over to you. Tell us all what this is about. One voice, who really represents us, the hair professionals?
Well, this comes from, during, if I can say the word, COVID.
One, and that's it, no more.
Yeah, well, that's it. Four-letter word, Dom, four-letter word. But no, it comes from a period where, as you can all see, we were kind of, not really listened to. We had situations where we didn't get a lot of help and we're still missing out on help. and help. What I mean by that is electricity bills, things like that. And when you actually speak to government bodies, and you go and meet business ministers, and you meet, like I did, the Chancellor, who's now the PM, and you meet people like that, and they go into a room and they have a meeting, and there's all these different organisations all saying similar but different things, all actually passionate like we are about our industry. Imagine the civil servants' confusion when they got a load of hairdressers talking to them in a staff room. They don't know what we're talking about. They get really confused. So what government said, and this actually came from government, said, can we have one organisation that comes to us so we can actually discuss things in a in an objective way where we can actually basically get somewhere. So we thought, great, we want one voice. We want somebody who's going to go up there, get in our corner and bloody fight. Sorry, I like to say bloody Dan, but fight for us and fight for everything we need. Fight for that freelancer who's, struggling. Fight for the mobile. Fight for the salon owner. Fight for the barber. Fight for beauty. Fight for all of us. So we can go in and we can kind of have those discussions on behalf of our industry. Discussions that are very difficult to have, but equally, it represents us in a much better light, because other organisations, if you look at them, like hospitality, they have one organisation going. Dentist service, one organisation. Building, we have, I don't know, I think there's about 17 or 19. So it confuses the hell out of them.
Yeah, well, George, I've just got to listen to what Colette's saying there. What's your thoughts on this?
I mean, I think it's what we need, isn't it? I do think we do need, one voice. There's power in numbers. There's a saying in that, isn't there? And I think we all, even though sometimes we have different opinions and different values, we're going to be more powerful if we stand together, and sort of we're going to get somewhere if we're under one sort of organisation.
So who are these organisations, Collette? Who is this United Front?
Yeah. So what we've been meeting for, since last August now. Okay. So we've got the Hair and Barber Council, obviously, that I'm vice chair. And that's because we have this Act of Parliament, which is the only one in our sector. Then we've got the fellowship for our creative side, the Amazing Fellowship, and we all love that. We've got the Salon Employee Association, who've done a huge body of work, and I mean a huge body of work. These guys are amazing. We've got the Freelance Hair Association, so this is all our freelancers, mobiles, and everybody like that. And we've got the HemFed, which represents all our men's styling. Okay, everybody's welcome to this, Dom. Everybody's welcome. But what it means is we're creating almost like, and it's an equal, it's a diplomatic equal, kind of partnership. And what we're doing is we're creating all these kind of experts in industry, because when it comes to kind of, regulation, it's our industry that's actually running it. It's our industry that are actually going forward and saying, well, these are the key subjects, and we're the experts in industry. We're the ones who are in the salon on the floor. We're the ones who are in education. We're the ones going out there from house to house. We're the ones educating in different sectors, or different areas of the sector, should I say. So it kind of pulls all those skills together. And then when we actually speak to government on one subject, so if we went in, for instance, on electricity, we know who to go in with. Like, this one voice, and to give you some idea of the power on one voice, and it comes back to something that many, Toby's on here. Hi, Toby. Toby's from Salon Employees Association.
Yeah, hi,
that
Toby.
guy needs a medal, honestly. But if you come back to one issue we had ages ago, I'll say, Dom, because I'm not allowed to say the word. We had something called business interruption. We've just got one of the two biggest salon owner insurers into arbitration, because if you go to government and it's little old one person, so if we speak as a singular voice and you bang on the door and say, you need to listen to us, what happens is they go, no, go away, we're not listening to you. Then you go with a couple of people and they don't really listen. But you go with a whole industry of hairdressers. There's two things for hairdressing: don't mess with our lunch and don't mess with our money, for me. So, we go with an army of our industry and we blow the doors off. They've got no choice but to listen to us. And they do listen to us. They really do respect and engage.
They do, Collette. But there is, look, there is lots of questions, and you know that, and I salute you. By the way, George will be back in. I think her Wi-Fi was a bit wobbly. I was noticing that, so I'm keeping my eye on it. We know she's disappeared. I think she's going to come back in. I think they were just turning off Wi-Fi again. Let's see. Let's bring her back in. That's good. I knew what you were doing,
Sorry
George. I
about
think you
that.
were just settling your Wi-Fi down, if I believe so, because I
That's what
could
I was
see it a
doing,
little
yes.
bit. I think Dave was on it. So, look, there are going to be lots of questions, and I think rather than us just talking about this, Collette, I think this would be great to bring in the audience on it, because I know that you're looking for the survey. If it goes glitchy again, George, just do what you've done and we'll get it all sorted. But I think it's okay at the moment. So let it settle down. So I think what I'm going to do is just go through the questions. Is that all right with you, George, as well?
Yeah, of
So
course.
I just saw Tony just said, How to Cut It as 20,000 members have managed to get membership organisations in this group like the NHBF. I think that's a really important, not saying just how to cut it, but we should be all coming into a group and talking rather than, I think sometimes it feels very fragmented between different organisations. It's like they have their place and their place. We need to hang out in one
I
place.
think
So
sometimes people struggle to understand as well what it really means. You know what I mean? And sometimes if people don't understand it fully, then they'll just sort of turn a blind eye to it, won't they?
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely, G. And the thing is, and you just what you just said, Dom, is absolutely correct. And don't forget, the people on this group are there to represent the voices of everybody on here, everybody who works in our sector. And how to cut it is our kind of it's our BBC News. It's everything to us. It's our Sky News. It's everything. I'd say it's our Netflix, Dom, but we'll see you in a series. So the point is that we're there to represent
we
the
look forward
voices
to
of
it.
all. Yeah, and all organisations, because I noticed what Tony said there. All organisations
Is
are
this what
invited.
you're talking? That one here. My question to Collette.
I've just seen it. Sorry, Tony. My question to Collette is, what was it, Dom? Can you just say that for me because it's flashed
Well,
up?
with Tony, my question to Collette are the NHBF members.
The NHBF have been invited, and they're still considering their position.
Right. Okay.
So,
Okay. So let's go to Toby. By the way, Toby, bring in your points as well. I think it'd be great to hear your bits on this. So we've got Raymond here. Hey, Raymond, salon consultant. My question would be, what is the target outcome? It would help me think if we had a clear agenda. Great question.
it is a great question. And the target, well, basically, we set objectives every year. Okay. Now, this is where it gets really, I think, exciting. Okay, because our agenda is your agenda. Okay, so what we do is all these organisations come together. We set our key objectives, key things that the industry is struggling with. We pool all our resources, and basically, the outcome we're looking for is to elevate our sector, to help our sector be recognised at the highest levels, and to kill that stereotype, Dom, which frankly really does annoy me. We can go in and we are professional business people. We are intelligent, strong, amazing creative industry, and we deserve a voice in government. We deserve a voice with basically out there, because if we don't have a voice, we can't protect that apprentice's job. We can't protect that salon owner. We can't protect that educator. And so we have a very
So
broad
how do we
agenda.
do that? How do we do that as that voice? Is it not just as simple as having this voice and that's how we represent us? What have we got to do to make that impact, that actually you have the power to represent us all?
Well, what we have to do is we have to do what we're doing. We come together and we don't go into different organisations or different government
But
meetings.
what is that outcome? Is that waiting for the government? Is the government the person who's going to wave that magic wand, and then we have this voice that's going to represent us? And does this lead into state registration and all these things that people were talking about?
Well, actually, no, it doesn't wait for government. Okay, this is our industry. We define how it works. We can take control of our industry, because I believe the people who work in our industry, including everybody on this call, are the experts in our industry. So, for instance, we don't have to talk to government on insurance. We've been pulling in insurers, we've been pulling in underwriters on the skin testing issues, which everybody's kind of up in the air about at the moment. They're all kind of concerned about what's going on with skin testing. So, no, it doesn't wait for government. This is about us taking control, Dom. It's about us saying, right, we're here. We're not just one person. Like you just said, this is our staff room. I consider everybody in this industry my friends and my colleagues and my peers. So it's about bringing everybody together. So no, we don't have to wait for government. When we
Is
do have
there
to,
is there things? Sorry, I'm butting in here, Collette. But is there things where it's fragmented and we have so many organisations that's almost become a problem because there are so many organisations? And people will say, is it because they're actually monetising as a business rather than actually representing us?
no, because to be honest, it's not quite like that. With regards to the organisations, we all come in as, and we're all. If you were there, you'd see this. And somebody just made a comment about nobody knows what goes on behind the scenes. I can tell you now a huge amount of work.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep up on all these
I can
comments.
imagine. Yeah.
I'm trying to see them as well, but I can't, Dom.
Hi,
It's
Sheila.
hard to see. But
Look,
I'm also happy to answer any questions afterwards, because from the point of view of the group, so we all do actually come together. We all, if you actually got in the room, we're no different to everybody here. No different to you, Dom. You do this
look,
because you love it. We're the same.
we do it. Look, I don't think there's any doubt in this. Is fantastic. We're all here, as I always say, every 2 weeks that we hang out, me and George, and people jumping into this chat. But we're all here because we love our industry and we want it to be great. And I think one voice is absolutely needed. It's a must. We have to make our industry professional. What I like is that we're representing everybody within our industry. But there are a lot of people that probably say, well, it's not representing me. Maybe this is because we've got to start to educate people what this is about, that there isn't any hidden agendas going on here. And I think it's about having this open conversations. Wouldn't you agree, George?
Yeah, I think this is a great starting point for people to realise. But like I said, it's strength in numbers. So I think even though there is so many different organisations out there, I think it's great that we are starting to come together. But these things don't happen overnight, do they?
No, but this
a
is
lot of time and a lot of hard work.
Yeah. But the key thing to say, Dom, and I think I'd like to say this to everybody, we are there to represent your voice. So if you don't think you're being heard, or something you need to say, or something you want us to say, then do the survey, get in touch with us, get in touch with one of these organisations, DM me, do whatever you want, talk to us, tell us, because we're there to represent you, to actually go to wherever we need to go to help you with the issues you have. So we represent.
Maybe we can just share that link in the comments. Somebody can put that link in, go and do the survey, go and be part of it. And what I want to do before, look, there's a whole show. You could just do a one-off show on this, if I'm being totally honest, because there's big questions. But
so
it's everybody.
Comments as well.
Yeah, it is. Look, it fires it up, and I knew it would, and I know it's been heated. By the way, if you haven't yet granted ECAM permission, we can't see your name. Just grant ECAM permission. Dave will do that. Hopefully, George's Wi-Fi is going to settle down. Now it's a bit glitchy tonight. It's obviously all going off.
Still really bad, isn't it?
It is tonight. It's been very behaved of recent times. So I'm just going to go back. Just going to go back and have a look at a lot of these questions and. I think rather than answering these, we'll be stuck on it too long. But I know, again, Raymond, what changes the industry? So Robert put here, the industry at the moment is very fragmented, one voice, and that's what everybody here is trying to do. Hi, Damien. It's good to see Damien here. Never short of an opinion is Damien as well. I know that, and that's the way. One problem we have is our training standards, because people are teaching and don't have a clue. So getting regulated will give a standard of teaching. Absolutely. Toby, it'd be great to have you join us one time. Representing all parts of the hair industry, freelancers, employers, rent-a-chair. We want respect and equality. And I think that's really important, because I know salon employers are very much representing salon owners, and Salon Owners United representing salon owners. But, we've got freelancers here. I know Sheila's in here that's representing. And that's...
Sorry, Dom, to interrupt. But what we're doing is we're bringing everybody together, you see, so everybody's represented. Everybody. Yeah. So it's not about salon owners. It's not about one area of the sector. It's about us all. And we look at issues, and we look at if something's going to affect one area of the sector, how's it going to affect the other? How do we actually unite this industry? And this is what the key message is. It's about unity, strength. And just like you said, G, you bang on as always, darling. If we don't all come together, then we are stronger as a unit. We're much stronger as a unit. And I think that's the key message.
Yeah, so I want to bring Sheila's back in again. I flagged that up a couple of times. Hi, I'm with this all the way. Every hairdresser, beauty therapist is now represented as this affects all of us for the future of our industry. Yes, because there is lots of negativity being talked around in our industry because it's going through the biggest change it's probably ever gone through. But I think what's going to come out of this is going to be a better industry. It's actually very exciting as well because, you know, we're all able to talk and come together like this. We've never had a better chance to all be united. And I think rather than looking at this in a negative way, let's just all get behind this and support everybody that's doing it. They've got no agendas. They've not got there's no egos on this. They want to do this because of the right reason. Sorry, I'm really behind on the comments. I think this is important. Tony, the Hair and Barber Council hold the Act of Parliament. Does that not give them a stronger position to lead on regulation?
Well, it does, but obviously from the Hair and Barber Council's point of view, let's remember why we're doing this to start with. You know, the Hair and Barber Council, they're to represent the industry, and that means everybody across the industry. Yes, we do have an Act of Parliament, we do have a mandate, and that Act of Parliament and mandate is incredibly powerful, okay, because it allows us to bang the door and go into tax reform meetings and talk about VAT at high level. It allows us to do so many things. The thing is, obviously, the Hair and Barber Council hold that act. But when it comes to regulation is protection, okay? I've worked in industries like that. So, you know, a lot of people are scared about it, they're worried about it, but it brings a huge amount of protection. When it comes to that, I can't do it all. None of us can do it all. And what we will be doing is it's experts from the industry, from this group, who will actually help us form that framework. People
Right.
like you, Dom, like G, people on this group, you know, people, I don't know, Tracy, who's a mobile down in Bristol, you know, to somebody in Scotland. It's about representing everybody. And I think that's the key. It's not.
I'm going to put it because Jez has asked it, and I know he's saying this again. He's saying, so what are the key agenda points? So and I think that may be the thing that people want to know. What are the key agenda points?
Okay, so we've got some key agenda points this year. The first one is to actually reform or actually get this across to government, okay? Because we did agree this with them, and actually Toby just put it up. Thanks, Tobes. So is to actually get that message across of who we are. It's to raise standards in the industry, okay? It's to help with training and quality standards. The other one is to actually get involved in tax reform organisations. You know, discussions, because, you know, we all keep shouting about, you know, we need a different VAT, we need this, we need that, but we can't do that unless we go as one voice and actually go united and go in a very strong way, because Treasury and like Treasury as a whole don't listen to that. The next one is to talk about the cost of living crisis, because obviously we're dealing with this in bite-sized chunks. We're dealing with what the industry needs now, and then looking. So we've got a short-term objective and a long-term view, if that makes sense. We have to have a long-term objective. So, you know, part of it is, you know, we have a huge amount, and I mean a huge amount, of people trading our industry who watch YouTube and call themselves a hairdresser, and then go out and trade. And, you know, they haven't put the dedication and everything else that G has, for instance, into her craft. So, you know, there's a huge amount of that happening, which is depressing pricing. So it's about professionalising, elevating the industry and the professional status of everybody in it. And I think that's really, really, really important. So we've set kind of key objectives for this year. And then we have a long-term view, because and something Jez has put on here as well, I think education is huge. You know, and I think as a 52-year-old woman, I can't believe I said it on air, as a 52-year-old woman, my one passion is to be able to leave the next generation of our industry, and this is what the Hair and Barber Council's passion is as well, with an industry that's sustainable. And you said it yourself, Dom, we're going through one of the biggest challenges ever, and not just us, but all sectors are going through this. It's not just ours. But when you kind of come in, if you to look at energy as an example, you know, we were excluded from the energy vulnerable, you know, tariffs. You know, we shouldn't have been. You know, we have to use electricity as part of what we do, and it's wrong. You know, so this is where we go in and we go, absolutely not.
Yeah, look, it is a massive conversation. I think we could dedicate the whole show to this, and I can see it's clearly a conversation that people want because of the comments that are coming in. I did see this one here from Toby again. I keep bringing Toby in on this because I know he's really involved in this as well. And I think, Toby, wasn't it you that broke down actually every penny of what got down, you know, by the time you took out your electricity, your gas and wages, you know, what was left out of your profit was unbelievably low, quite staggering. It put anybody off, to be quite honest, wanted to open a salon. But I think I can see you all starting to go into tax, VAT, level playing field. Let's have another conversation. Maybe there's an idea here, Collette. We can talk about this and we could bring this forward in another way within some of the groups and find a way to explore. But I think there's certainly a conversation.
There needs to be a One Voice special, doesn't there? I think there needs to be a One Voice special.
I think so, George. That would be a really good idea. I think it would be good. But yeah, look, I think what would be a good idea, if you're watching it on replay, again, put in the questions, maybe a hashtag replay. And Collette could go through, and you can reach out to Collette, Toby, Sheila, all the various bodies that are there who will be on hand. And as I say, they're not going against you. They're here to represent, and we all know what we want.
Can I just answer a question on here, Dom, just to finish it off, because Sam's put a couple of comments. I do apologise.
Yeah,
Firstly,
please, I'll try and find it.
The awarding standards bodies do sit on the Hair and Barber Council, so they're involved. Secondly, it's not all financial focus, okay? And it's all different areas, okay? So we're talking financial, we're talking safety, we're talking training, we're talking, compliance with insurance. We're talking giving people the resources and tools they need. So when we want you to add your voice. And to give you an idea, we've actually had some survey results that this morning. 94% are asking for mandatory regulation because they know it will protect them. Because then you've got somebody who can go in, and because if you look at this, then for argument's sake, sorry, Dom.
No, you're okay.
Why in Ireland? Okay, so if we look at Ireland, because they've got the highest hair federation, because obviously it's outside of our jurisdiction, everybody's a member of that. Okay, which is equivalent to the Hair and Barber Council. They have the 1939 Act. We have the 1964 Act. Now, everybody there is a member. Okay. They get to pay, they did lobby quite successfully for 9% VAT. We're paying 20%. So that just gives you some idea of what the power of one voice does. Okay. Now, we've got arguments sitting there, and what we hear is, well, actually, your whole industry is not saying they want this. Your whole industry is not saying they want protection. So I think it's important to just say to Sam, no, it's not all on that. It's on all areas. We do speak to Habia, City and Guild. We have everybody on our panels, okay? Because it's not just about one subject. It's about everything that overarches your trading availability and your future income.
Yeah, look, someone's just put here again, if you want to grant ECAM permission, we'll know who we're
And I know that everyone wouldn't argue with 9% VAT, would they? Come on.
No, it would be change. It's a level. And Toby just mentioned about maybe all the One Voice coming together in maybe a show, and maybe I'm happy to do that within the group, and we could set it up in a way that we do here. So I'm happy to certainly do that, and I think we can go into this on a big conversation. I know Emma Fowler's in the house as well, and I know Emma's got some big opinions, and she may be challenging, but that's great. There's nothing wrong with this. I think we all need to have, if it's going to be one voice, we've got to, not everything's right, or, we're all going to agree and think this is right for everybody, but we've just got to get everybody on board and find the right objective going forward. But look, great conversation. I knew it was going to be big. I knew, we'll do another one going forward. We'll have a chat with Collette after and that. But we're going to go on a bit more to the hairdressing world. So if this One Voice isn't your thing, I think, what about your services in the salon? And hope your Wi-Fi is going to behave here, George, because I know it's definitely glitching big style. It's like the old days again, George.
Oh dear, it's really, really stressful when this does this. But
yeah,
I'm going to go with it anyway and try my best.
No worries. Okay, well, let's go to our next topic for tonight. I must say, what an absolute turnout. Obviously, Salon Owners United in the house as well, but it's a really good audience tonight. So Sunday nights might be the way forward. You'll have to let us know. Right, the dry cut debate. And George, you put this in. Is there a place for this, or should we be binning it off?
Okay, so recently I saw a post and I can't remember. It was basically, I can't remember where it was. I think it might have been on how to cut it. And it was about the dry cut, and everyone was just really, slagging it off basically. And it was just, you don't want to be getting into that. You don't want to be doing it. And I just wanted to know everyone's thoughts. Personally, I charge, I've done a lot of clients for a lot of years. Some of them have got 3 hairs and a knit. Some of them just want a basic trim, half an inch off, takes me 20 minutes. I charge £25 for a dry cut. It takes me 20 minutes. It's just over £1 a minute that I'm earning. I can bang
Yeah.
2 of them out in 40 minutes. 50 quid in 40 minutes. I ain't arguing, and I don't think it's a bad little money maker. So what do you think?
Well, there's already one comment. I've got to just bring this in. It comes from Mustafa. Mustafa said, "No to dry cutting. I do go to restaurants and I ask for my chicken to be undercooked for. I don't ask for my chicken to be undercooked for cheaper." What do you say to that, George? Because you are like you're saying, well, look, £1 a minute to trim hair.
Listen, I like to do cut and blows, and I like to do creative haircuts, and I like to do a lot of anyone that follows my social media will see I like to do a lot of big transformations, and I put a lot of effort into my work. So it's not about doing something cheap, but let me tell you, if I've got 20 minutes and Emma pops in or rings me up and says, my hair's washed, it's dried, it's straightened, can you take me half an inch off with clippers? Yes, I can. It's going to take me 15 minutes and it's going to cost you 25 quid. Boom.
Collette, do you do dry
Happy
cutting
with
in your
that.
salon? Is it a service you provide?
We do for historical clients, and there's some clients that we do it for because they're coming in for a dry cut because they potentially just recovering from, well, we don't actually charge them for them. They're just recovering from cancer. And I think the thing is, when you look at, you made a point earlier, George, we were talking about this, we're in a cost of living crisis. If you want to bring into your business and retain your clients, you do what you need to do to get them in that chair. And at some point in the future, you could, convert them to a client for colour or anything else. And I think we have to offer a service for everybody. And let's be honest, people might come in and might go, well, actually, I want a dry cut because I haven't got enough money this month. I don't know. But the point is that I support it. I support it all the way, G, because, as I said, you're generating revenue for the salon. And you can do a dry cut in half an hour. And like Damien just said, barbers do it, and they do it very, very well. So I don't see why there's almost just, I don't know if it's kind of an issue with this.
Well, I'm going to go. Hey, Janny, by the way. Janny just said, look, wet cuts see growth patterns and head shape. Dry cutting see movement and texture. I've heard a lot said that actually you can do a better haircut dry because you're going with the natural movement, because you're going against the force of hair wet. And I think is a snobbery associated with dry cutting. And actually, I think there's a big place for dry cutting because I actually think you can see, and if you're trimming split ends, you actually see split ends better when the hair's dry than when it's
and how much of your finishing off of your client do you do dry at the end of your haircut? How much softening off of your layers or areas do you hit with your thinning scissors to personalise it and soften it off dry? A lot.
Have you not done a whole haircut on dry and actually done a restyle? And then I've actually gone and washed the hair. So I've actually done it in reverse. So I'm thinking it's a bigger topic than just dry cut. And what you're saying is, well, actually, it's just good for business. And is what you're saying, George.
I just think there is a level of snobbery around it. And I think, all right, fair enough. If you're going to do dry cuts and knock them out for a £5, then yes, then you're looking at salons, right, that don't particularly care about what they're doing. But for 25 quid,
Sam's just brought that up, and she's absolutely right. I did interview somebody back in one of the early episodes of the How to Cut It podcast. What's her name again? She's brilliant, and that's all she does. It's just dry haircuts, and she does it to $90 to $100, based in Australia. Remind me who that was. Somebody I can't, and I know her so well. She's brilliant, and it was all shaped around curly hair, isn't it? As we see texture and curl, and
I guess mentioned earlier, you can do 2 dry cuts in an hour.
Yeah.
I'm happy with 50 quid an hour. That's a 50 quid rate where you've got no product cost coming off by your scissors and your comb and your skill. 50 quid an hour.
I disagree with a Facebook user here. They say you can't do a full cut dry. You can. And you can do brilliant haircuts completely dry and restyles I found some of the best haircuts are done dry. I think the only thing is you want to make sure that the hair's clean. So maybe if you're doing that service, it's how you provide that service, maybe, George, isn't it? Rather than somebody just, can I book in for a dry cut? It's just the word dry cut.
Yeah,
maybe
it's
sounds
always
a bit...
stated on our online booking, hair must be clean. It must be, blow dried into place if it is a one length or, slight
I've always
layer.
said that.
If people want a restyle or they want something that is, definitely a creative cut, we wouldn't be doing it we wouldn't be doing it as a dry cut.
Yeah,
but we certainly,
Safi,
for those short haircuts, right, that take me, even if I was to cut and blow dry them, you've got some of those clients, haven't you, with super short hair that even in cut and blow dry time takes 30 minutes, even with the wash and the blow,
I'm just going to say
it
to the barbers in
Sorry,
the house
Dom.
here. Sorry, Collette. No, I was just going to say with the bar, I know Damien and they'll correct us, but I think you get a better fade work, do you? Blending in when the hair's dry than wet. It looks a little bit more steppy when the hair's wet. Maybe a barber could tell me how that was, but my knowledge
And
would
you know
say
what?
that.
Not everybody does want the full experience. Not everybody does want to lay in a chair and have a head massage. Some people
Michael,
find
whatever
it
works in
really
there.
awkward. Some people like to be in and out.
There's a lot of people that do lots of dry cuts, and why not? So look, I'm going to put this question to you. You've got a 20-second delay. Are you with dry cuts? Yes. Should we bin dry cuts? No. All right. So that would be really interesting.
£1 a minute, people. £1 a minute. Come on.
Colette, what are you going with? Are you with a yes or bin it?
I'm with you're tailoring it to your client's needs. And like
Come on,
George
yes
said,
or no?
I'm yes.
Okay, right. Okay, so while we wait for you all to start, because again, 20-second delay, but people will happily do wet cuts where hair will shrink and look shit. I don't like to swear on these shows. I do after once dry, because Tony's watching. Tony will be correcting me if I start swearing. I'm a barber background, so it's normal mindset with me. You know what I mean, Tony. So hey, Damien, it's such a good guys. Please be ready for September and October when the price of living will be hitting clients and us all alike. I feel, and look, but like you say, there's still good business. So a client's going to feel they're getting a good deal for £25, but you're doing it in a faster time. So actually, you're making just as good money. You're working harder.
I actually can make more money on say dry cut. A dry cut will take me 20 minutes because it'll take a seasoned stylist that knows what they're doing 20 minutes. I can do 3 haircuts in that 20 minutes. I charge 50 quid for my cut and blow dry, and that takes me an hour. I'd make 60 quid in 3 dry cuts. There you go.
Well, there's loads of cuts. I'm going to get down to
September.
You're all on it with your dry cuts. I just seen my Auntie Teresa come in here. Hello, Auntie Teresa. Brilliant. How you doing? Yeah, there you go. My mum's sister. Let's have a look. Curly, cutting dry, then washing. It's up to the individual. It's a lot of that. Yes or no? So yes for dry cutting. No, we're going to bin it. So let's see if I could get any. All right. Okay, we've caught up. So George is definitely yes. Facebook user, yes. Again, if you just grant ECAM permission, we'll know who you are. Graham, yes, on the right guest. Thank you, Tony. It's only the ones, Tony. We're going to have £1 for every time George swears over the series. She's going to put £1 in the box. She's agreed on that tonight.
No.
Wet or dry? We have to think about the time. Come on, it depends. I know, but come on, yes or no? Are we binning it?
Wendy, the hair is not dirty. The hair is not dirty, Wendy.
Yeah, Safi says yes. So we've got more going yes, I have to say. Christina, yes. Yes, depending on client's hair. Yes or no? Come on, that's all we're not. Dry cut only.
Majority yes. I was scared I was going to get thrown a new arsehole.
Yeah, I think you've actually won that through. So we've got dry cut only. Better for the environment. Better on electricity as well. We're not using so much electric. Water.
Sustainable.
Sustainable cuts.
Sustainable cuts at £1 a minute.
Government build a dry cuts, won't we? If we actually say our carbon neutral.
You could put that on your menu, couldn't you? The sustainable haircut.
Yeah.
Yes. Go
Yeah,
G.
absolutely.
Genius, I tell you, absolute genius. Creative thinking all the time. Thank you, Damien. I was waiting for that's another pound. Damien, you just answered my question. Cut dry first, then you can wash the hair clean, all hair debris out, and style knowing it's been cut well and cleaned. As well as that, it is better ways of cutting. Yeah, there you go. Thank you, Samantha. Yes, Mousy Brown, dry hair cutting. She's brilliant. I love going and listen to that podcast. Yeah, don't forget the knit, G. Wendy, you loving that idea on the sustainable haircut rather than, yeah. I want to see that. Does somebody actually ever go and do this?
You put a fancy name to something and people love it, don't they?
Yeah. Thank you. Again, Samantha, my community manager on platform. She's so good. That's why she's our community manager. Dry haircut, episode 109. Go and have a listen to that. And she talks about it. Really interesting comments. So look, great topic, George. I enjoyed that. That was fun. And we will come on to funny sound names. But yeah, and the next one, I think this is all going to grab you in. Yeah. Let's go to our next topic. Thank you, by the way, everybody tonight. You are being brilliant. Such a good number of you watching in. Great comments coming in. Loving it, loving it. Okay, AI, friend or foe? We're all hearing it. Collette, where are you on AI technology?
Well, it's going to happen anyway, so we've got to embrace and move with the times. It's no different.
Are you embracing it? Are you embracing it?
Yeah, I am embracing it because I think, when you look at kind of some of the marketing and some of the kind of processes you have to do, then yeah, because it can actually save you a huge amount of time. We use chatbots now. You talk to chatbots every day. So absolutely embracing it, because if it saves you some time in your day and it actually attracts that client in, then yeah, 100%, I'm in.
Right. Are you using it, George? Yeah,
and I think if you use your noggin, I think it's really. I mean, I always like to write things myself because I'm a big believer that a lot of my client bases come from like it's like my brand that I've created and how I speak, and I just like to write my own posts. But if I'm not sure what to write or I'm struggling, AI is a great tool to turn around and say, give me a basic write up for this, and then use my noggin and rewrite it as I would write it. So it's great, I think, and it is a great little tool for salon owners or business owners to sort of put their ideas out there. It's going to be great before it destroys
Are we
the world,
cheating?
isn't it? No, I'm joking.
Are we cheating?
No,
I don't think it's cheating. I think it's providing that you
are you?
Well, you're putting in. I just wonder, are we losing the people that have spent years who are very talented at writing are suddenly like they're not going to have that edge anymore because people are going to look like great writers and just putting this stuff in there and ideas.
No, but what if they are?
But is it taking away the power of thinking, creative thinking?
No,
I don't think so.
What if those great writers? Yeah, what if these great writers utilize AI to make them an even better writer?
Exactly, Bajie. Yeah, exactly. It's no different to having an appointment book that's written to an appointment book that's on CRM. It's about embracing and taking technology forward. And I think, like G just said, it's only going to enhance what you're doing. It's going to make you better at what you do. So no, I don't think it's cheating. I think it's actually
like putting a racing car racer in a fucking decent car, isn't it? It's just a tool.
Yeah,
that will enhance you.
Who uses Facetune? What do you think that is? Who uses Facetune? Who does all the photographs? And literally, believe me, it's not filtered good enough. But who does all that? It's no different.
How are you using it then? Are you using it for? And I'll ask you all of you, the audience watching it. How are you using it? Put it in the comments if you are using it. I'm interested because Janie just put here, she wrote a blog, AI wrote a blog for me the other day in seconds. Mad.
Yeah.
But do you not see through the AI? Do you not feel like there's this same old kind of way it writes out? I can see right through AI now.
What is AI? AI effectively is all of us. Because it's only taking information that we've uploaded to the internet in the first place. So actually AI is what we are, effectively, isn't it?
Where could it be in our salon hairdressing business, actually we can really benefit? Because we're all talking about writing, but actually, how's it going to improve our business? Not the writing form.
Marketing, 100%.
Marketing, absolutely.
Attracting tomorrow clients, engaging with your current clients.
Explaining stuff you don't understand, like any letters that you get through about business that you think, what the fuck is this? AI, explain this to me.
Do you think, no, you're just thinking in simple, we're just thinking about AI as writing. AI is going to be a lot more powerful than just writing out stuff. I know in Platform, and I'll shout out to Gary. Gary has been sharing in Platform every day the different amounts of platforms out there that are using AI. It'll blow your mind. It's a lot more than just ChatGPT, believe me.
I know that, but
you can get video editing now. You could get video editing. Well, in the mirrors, consultations. How are you going to set that up? Could they be helping you in consultations? Retail.
I mean, there's so many areas it can help you in, because I think, like G just said, I think, what it's doing is it's taking information that we've already we've input the data basically, and we're pulling it back out the other end, and we're basically tweaking it a little bit. But the thing is, with regards to how it helps you in salon, if you look at your client journey, you look at everything to do with your business, and you look at how it's developed in other industries and how it's helped them to grow their sectors and how it's helped them to kind of, like G just said, you get a letter through, you think, what the bloody hell's this? Sorry, Tony. And then what happens is you go, well, actually, tell me what this means. And it tells you. I asked ChatGPT the other day to tell me how to tell my husband to give it a rest. And it was great. Gave me 15-minute bloody essay on it. So
I asked it how to give us one voice.
Yes, I did. I've actually done that. I've said how to achieve unity in a fragmented state.
And what did it give back to you, though?
About 15 pages, Dom, to be honest. It gave me loads of examples.
But did you take that and actually use that then?
No, because I think you've got to be very careful. There's some you can look at it for ideas and inspiration, okay? Like we open a magazine and we look at that for inspiration.
Yeah.
But you can't plagiarise. You can't do plagiarism there. You've got to be very careful. It's still got to be your words.
But that's what you were just saying a minute ago. Because that's why I said it's cheating. Because I said it's cheating, and you both said, no, you're not. But now I said that, and you said, well, you've got to be careful. Isn't that still...
No. Listen,
why?
It's like this, Dominic. I am doing my revision before I write my essay. And that's why I'm using AI. I am revising the subject that I'm going to write about in my own words.
Yeah.
Can I say, I absolutely love AI, by the way. I think it's brilliant. I've been using it for a little while. And as you rightly say, I think it is a great way. You've got to put in the information. Then I think then you've got to take out the stuff and you've got to then put it back into your own words a little bit. I always think, get the inspiration. I think certainly if you're a freelance who works on your own, you haven't got a business partner or somebody to bounce off. ChatGPT is really cool for that. It is, you can. I'm actually starting to think it's a real person, though. I'm starting to say, I'm developing a relationship with ChatGPT.
You'll probably be Will Smith. You've all seen the film.
Right. Who knows? By the way, Toby, I keep seeing these cheeky. Can I cut Dom's hair? Which one? What can you do with I've got the big cul-de-sac now, so obviously it's sides and back, and that's it. We're going, but let's just go through some of the comments here, because there's lots of things coming in. I think Safi made a good point here. I love AI, or I've nicknamed it my mate, as I was just saying. And for someone who's dyslexic, I find it a godsend for me. I wouldn't say it's cheating. I would say it's getting with the times and using the tech out there. I do agree. I do. Facebook user, again, I'm sorry I can't see your name, but you have to grant ECAM. AI is the future, and remember, it's cashless society next. Yeah.
Oh, it will be.
Oh, the HMRC will love it. They'll get it when they want. That's exactly...
I'm a model. It's coming.
Yeah, we have the robots delivering shopping in our area. It's mad. I love technology. I don't think AI is a good... I don't think AI is a good thing. Okay, that's good. Rachel, I like creating copy and post, but for the bigger stuff, I use copywriter. Feel sad for those people who are talented to help you. Are you using it for social media, in your social media posts?
Yeah, it can be
Not
used for
not
social.
it can be, but I'm not currently. But
I
I
don't
will
know if
be
they
when
like
I.
it. I think the algorithm can pick up when
But
you're using and you're copying and pasting, and it's a bit
yeah,
like
I
if you
mean,
do it into. Sorry, Colette.
oh, sorry, I had a bit of a delay there, Dom. I was like, not for the content, but use it in the background for your algorithms, so you actually do targeted marketing rather than, casting a net out to everybody. I think there's a lot of intelligent things it can do there. For instance, AI, go and find me everybody who's just ended a relationship because they all want to look different. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's things like that. Sounds awful of me to say, but it's true, isn't it?
yeah.
You
I
know,
use it to.
I think Safi made an incredible point there. Let's not forget we've got people out there that my brother's dyslexic, and if this had been around in the 80s, he probably wouldn't have been branded a naughty child because he couldn't do stuff. And I
Yeah,
think
all
it's an
my kids are dyslexic, so it's going to
So
be so helpful to them as well.
I have said to Mustafa, we laugh about this. He gives us massive messages. It takes up the whole screen, but they're always good things. Even the experts can't tell us how AI actually makes decisions. This is going to be our problem with it because AI will eventually dictate how our industry is communicated to our audiences. This will change perception. I will flag it up again, and then our cultural significance which will absolutely destroy businesses and careers. It is going to have a massive impact on career. Yeah, Donna, sorry, I've got to bring up these comments because, as I say, it's everybody's voice that makes this show. I use it in clients' cars and then send out on blank cars to thank them for their services. I take key points they tell me in the salon. I think it will help with conversations.
it does help.
Conservation. Sorry, conservation. Yeah. Okay.
But
Cool.
Sam's right as well, Dom. It does need regulation because obviously it needs controlling so it doesn't kind of get out of hand. Because what we don't want as well is AI go and create me an amazing cut and colour so I can put it in for a graphic.
But we're seeing all those images now. How's that going to impact the artistic side of hairdressing? We're now starting to see you can literally change an image. I mean, we talked about editing and, people that Photoshop. Well, I think we've got a whole new beast on our hands now with AI, what it'll be able to do with hair images. Will it take away the artistic license of hairdressers through AI? These are things that we're not thinking about, but I think it'll have an impact.
I still believe that, call me a bit old fashioned, but I still believe that, great things happen when great relationships are built. So I mean that by, when you go to shoot your BHA, you've met those fantastic photographers, you've met those wonderful stylists, you've met those, and I believe that, you're not going to build that relationship with AI. And I think it's important that, I think, well, I'd like to think anyway.
Georgie, yeah, you use my full name.
Yeah, as more industries, other industries go towards it, that's going to drive more business to us because we're the human touch.
Jez made a good point here. Yeah. AI will be included in salon software soon.
It already is in some, Jazz. It already is.
Okay, right. Let's finish it. We're going to go into the last one. Honestly, brilliant show. Honestly, the comments coming in is absolutely fantastic tonight. Are you with AI? Yes or no? Simple. 20-second delay. I'll let you just put that. So yes, you're with AI. No, you're not. So we'll just kind of let's see. Safi, Google Web has been there for a long time. It's just put it all in one place for us all to use. Are you actually paying for it now? Are you paying for the up model?
I think so. I think I am.
I'll ask Dave, George.
Dave. Yeah, Dave.
Dave, technology. Are you paying for it? Right. Okay. So here we've got the yeses and nos. So,
screen up earlier,
Samantha, what did you put there? My husband's in the art world, and it's causing big storms. Exactly. So I think the art. Yeah, it is going to cause a big problem with the judging of hair awards. We're not thinking about that right now. Business entries.
Why is it? Why is that? Why?
Well, you completely transform hair. Basically, you could put a hairstyle onto an image and you'd think that's actually been created by somebody.
So they already do
We're not going to just be photoshopping out the few stray hairs. You are going to have completely fraudulent. I think the days of photographic entries will be dead because of this. Just opinion.
Well, bring back the real competition then and see the real talent in person.
Yeah.
Conversation
Ooh, that
another day. Right. Lisa first in. Hey, Lisa. Yes. Nicola. No. Samantha. Yes. Facebook user. Yes. 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 Donna. Mustafa. No. Ruth's gone. Yes. Toby. No. What's frame report here? Ask the clients what they think. You'll be surprised how many of them same basic requirements you would hear repeated. Yeah, yes. Hiya, Heather, you're in there. Hiya, yes. Rachel, no, I'm not. Angela, yes.
I think love it or hate it, it's going to happen, isn't it? It's happening. It is happening. So
Look, I'm all for technology. I'm a futurist anyway, so I like the future. I like moving forward. I think it's just be careful of how. I think it's going to just change everything, and it's how we change, and everything always changes. I remember everybody was fearful of the web. Oh my goodness, the web.
I'm old enough to remember the .com era when it's like, oh my god, we're going to think called the internet, and it's going to cause so many problems. It's going to take over our lives. Wasn't it, Dom? It was.
It was. But I tell you, the big thing that is going to change more than AI is the metaverse. And I've mentioned it before, and I probably will blow people's mind. The metaverse is not far away, ladies and gentlemen. I'm telling you, that is going to be changing our world in a way completely. Great topic again. It's really good fun, and I'm just enjoying this hanging out tonight. Great audience. We're going to go to the last one, and it's going to be quite quick and just light-hearted. But it was been quite light-hearted, this bit. But anyway, next one. Right, I don't know who's with me or seen this, right? But I've been seeing these silly names appearing, and I love HJ. They brought me into the industry, and I love Jane. I love all the team there, but they have been saying some silly trend names. Has anybody seen this haircut come up? The bubble bob? Who's seen this?
I've seen it.
Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but I was like,
did you see the boyfriend bob?
I did.
No.
The butterfly cut?
Yes, I've seen.
I've been asked for the butterfly cut,
which we'll come back to in a second. There, then, George. That's good. Yeah. The Gemini trend.
Not heard of that one.
Oh, come on. There was another one I saw earlier, saying about spinning. I can't remember what it was. Are these names utterly ridiculous? Just headline grabbing. Help me out.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I do. Go on, Collette.
Sorry, G. I was going to say. Can I just say before we go on, G? I've got to say your hair looks bloody amazing tonight, babe. You're going to crash smashing it tonight. Anyway, so yeah,
it's the jellyfish.
Is it?
We'll ask Vicky all about the jellyfish cut. I love it. Brilliant.
Mine's just got out of bed look, so
well, mine's a cul-de-sac.
Anyway, I was just going to say, I think it's more confusing for clients. I think, some of them can look amazing, but I think the difficulty is it's hard enough for clients to understand what we're doing anyway, without adding even more to it. But I suppose you could say that's how we actually educate them and consult with them. But I think it can get a bit silly sometimes. I think some can look amazing, and they can be revolutionary. However, I think we can go a little bit too far with it somehow. And I think it can alienate clients a little bit.
But we all say that. If you said to your client, George, who's got a graduated bob, a bit of graduation on the sides, which suddenly becomes a bubble bob, and you say to your client, yeah, look, there's a new trend, it's called the bubble bob. Is your client going to be quite excited by that? Because it just sounds different.
And I was just going to say, like, the majority of people that come in will be using these terms that we hear in the media, because actually it's like a fashion fad, and people love that. So you might have Nike that make trainers, but they also make Jordans. They make different names of trainers, and clients will go and buy them. It's like buying a different haircut, and they probably find it a bit easier saying, hey, can I get a bubble bob, than they do, can I get an inverted or a graduated, 95-degree angle classic cut? Do you know what I mean? So I think maybe it's for the consumer as opposed to the hairdresser.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I just find it utterly ridiculous. So when I see these names, and I'm thinking, is it utterly ridiculous? Because we've all just been in there, and we all just know it's a graduated bob that's just been rebranded up into, or is it just magazines wanting headlines?
Everything is sort of regurgitated. That's what an awful word. Everything is brought round, isn't it? Again, and it's
Yeah.
literally coming up with different names to sort of get people's attention, I guess.
Yeah. And it could be argued that it's in a way, if you look at it from this point of view, it's our industry and HJ thinking of ways to actually reinfuse our industry, to re-get clients engaged and re-get them to actually think, actually, I want that. They don't know how to describe it. A client doesn't know what they're ringing up for, do they? But I think it's when it gets confusing is when, is it a bubble bob, or is it a boyfriend bob, or is it this bob or that bob?
What is a boyfriend bob, by the way? Because I heard that one, and I remember in the 80s you had the boyfriend jeans, didn't you? And
I was thinking it was a boyfriend you'd sacked off on. There you go, but that's me.
Is it where you split up with your boyfriend, you just have your hair cut short or something like that? Is it maybe that?
No, it's just like, it's kind of like a French. Well, I mean, here I am again with a daft name. It's kind of like a little French Riviera layered bob.
It's like what? What?
It's
like like you're walking down the fucking French Riviera, looking all French and that.
Oh, I lost my head. I can't hear you now. Hang on,
Well,
1 second. Carry on.
Yeah,
it's like a little friendship, like a little friendship bob.
I've lost my mic. I can't hear you. Hang on. I'll tell you, it's at night tonight. Hang on, I'm in a twist. There we are. I've got it.
Here now, Dom.
There we go. Meant to be pro. Get out of here. That's it. I can hear again. What was you just saying?
I think we ought to have
like a little French.
What's yours called, George? Is yours a mullet? Bob. Is it a French? What's yours called?
I'd say this is a mullet, yeah.
Shall we all come up with a name for George's hair as we just get ready to sign out? Let's create our own trend here on the hair show tonight. So let's have a look at George's. Yeah, we'll do a picture of it, George.
I need to see it.
Have you got a picture for me?
Yeah, we're gonna put this on social. All right, we're gonna create a new trend tonight. Right, so Sarah's come straight in. Hey, Sarah, joining in.
The knobhead.
The red mullet. Okay, can we do better than the red mullet? Jacqueline's come in with the jellet.
The jelly? The jelly.
Very good. Any more? Oh, hang on. Ruth's gone with the Joan of Arc for Georgia. The Joan of Arc.
Oh.
I'm going to put cowgirl.
Trousers.
Any more? Right, the bog.
Oh,
the bog.
Toilet. No, that's shit, mate. No, I'm not doing the toilet. I think
that's another pound. £1.50 from you now, Collette. Any more names on that?
Just
like
the
that.
Pixulate.
Like that.
Pixulate. Wow.
Pixulate.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
No, that sounds a bit wrong.
Go on.
I was going to say.
Go on.
What about the
£1?
The what?
Mustafa's called it the £1 cut.
Mustafa, you're really rude.
The modern cut. We'll have a vote on this as we come to the end here. This is, I say, it all is meant to be a bit of fun.
The G.
The G. Okay.
Don't
mess with the G look. The rullet. The rocking rat tail. Oh, where are we going? We've got to come up. We've got to come up with one. The dry cut.
Yeah,
I'm very tempted for the £1, but we are going to create this new trend here tonight on the hair show. All right, and I want you to grab a screenshot of George. All right, get a screenshot. Please all do that. I'll give you a few more seconds. Can we just get a little side as well, George?
Oh, a side, yeah.
Okay, right, okay. And this haircut, go on, as you're our guest tonight, Collette, I'm going to let you choose. I think we've got the gellet. We'll go with that one. The pixulate, I quite like that. The basin mullet, the £1, or the rullet. They're still
I'm
coming
going to
in.
go with it.
I know what my favourite is.
What are we going with, Collette?
The pixulate. I like that.
Okay, tonight we have created a new hair trend. And by the way, Vicky will get the credit for creating this look. Vicky
Look amazing, Jay.
McKinder, who was on the show. So there we have it.
Yes,
Tonight, we have created a new hair trend name. Let's see. Can we make this go big? The Pixulette.
The
Nice.
Pixulette.
The Pixulette.
I hope not, because if it goes big, I'll have to change it because I don't like it when I see many.
We've still got the
doing something that
jellyfish, though. I'm
doing.
still feeling the jellyfish.
But
Yeah, I
I don't
like
want
the
to say
jellyfish.
jellyfish.
Do you like the
So,
jellyfish?
Look,
I don't know,
it
I feel
kinda
like I
is.
wanna come in
Right,
and-
look at it again, guys. So
Come
I know
on.
I'm froze, but it
Right,
does
okay,
look
last
like a
question. I know
jellyfish, right?
we're starting to hang over a little bit longer then. Do we go with the jellyfish or
Looks
the
like a
Pixulette?
jellyfish.
All right, so I'm going to let you,
Jellyfish.
the viewers.
Jellyfish. I'm jellyfish.
All
I
right, so
like
let's just
the
see.
£1. I like the £1. That looks like a
Right,
jellyfish.
£1 jellyfish Pixulette. You decide, listeners, viewers. Let's just wait 20 seconds. So again, just grab your screenshot.
While they're doing that, Dom, can I just mention something quickly?
Of course.
While they're all getting the name, yeah. Do them go on, D.
Yeah, we love that.
Yeah,
Right.
just so you know, there is on a serious note. While we all take a picture of the jellyfish, there's the haircut. There's the meeting with the business minister tomorrow and government. So the survey link in the thread, please do it. It is anonymous. It is 2 minutes. It is so we can give a realistic view of the industry. So you still look banging though, G. You really do.
Fantastic.
Thanks,
Great
mate.
advice. And we'll
Thanks,
put the
mate.
link in and maybe again there, Collette, as well, just to, and very best of luck with that. Okay, so we've got £1, we've got the Pixie, the Jellet, £1 off, the Pixulette from Heather, G, the jellyfish, Pixulette.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, so I'm gonna go.
Go on.
I'm going to go the jellyfish because I think that's just so ridiculously ridiculous that the jellyfish. So tonight,
Just like me, ridiculously ridiculous.
so created by Vicky McKinder on Georgia Bell, the jellyfish is the look for the summer.
I love
Yes,
it.
it is.
Right,
I love the
brilliant. Well,
colour.
look,
Please don't take this look, or I'll have to change the jellyfish.
the jellyfish.
like it.
Honestly, I'm going to be all over this now. The jellyfish. Look, thank you so much. I've really had a good time. Let's go and just
Me too.
clear out of the topic. Right, Collette, thank you so much for coming into the hot seat tonight. It's been
Fabulous
great.
as always, darling.
And again, Collette, if you want people to get in touch with you, just reach out if they want to be part of this. One
Please.
voice.
Yeah, add your voice if you want one, because it's
Yeah.
no point.
Yeah.
You know, it's really important that we're there to represent your voice. It's not my voice, it's your voice, and we're there to sound it.
Where do we
Yeah.
signpost? If people, is there actually a one collective place yet?
Yeah, I mean, if people go on and do the survey, then obviously we're not collecting details anonymous, but they can DM me, they can DM Toby Dick, and then go to Salon Employees Association, go to FHA, Hair and Barber Council, and we'll get somewhere where they can put this out. So, you know, but I think just drop us a message. You know, all our emails are out there, and I think just please, you know, I can't stress enough how much we are stronger as a united industry. And just think where we can take ourselves and how we can make our industry more sustainable for future generations if we all basically stand together. It's like when you go into, sorry, I'm going to say it. It's like if you go into something else. If you're on your own, it's a bit lonely. But if you've got all your mates with you, you're banging, aren't you? You know.
Power to the hair pros, Collette. Power to the hair
Yeah,
pros.
absolutely.
All right, so yeah, we're all with you. So thank you so much. And George, this Sunday night's all right, isn't it, George?
Told you, I've been telling you this for fucking ages, Domana. Sunday is where
There's
it's
another
at.
pound, Tony. We're now on. I think we're now on £3.50 from tonight, Tony. All right, so
that's
I'll be keeping
£3
account,
from me,
and we're going to put it to charity at the
we
end of
need
the.
a night out, Dom. You can keep that money.
We've got lots of things planned. We're going to have a night out. We're gonna do a hair show. We've got so much cooking. We're cooking. You know, I actually think, could we do a live voice? One voice. That actually live.
Absolutely. Get us all on there. Do a live. You know, and let's get it rolling. Let's get people
I
talking.
think that'd be really good,
do.
actually, Dom.
Yeah, I think live
I
in
do.
person, real. let's get down to the business. Let's get down to it.
I'm bringing my popcorn for that one.
So let's get the brands together, because they need to be stepping up to this as well. Because if we're going to do this, it needs paying for, and that needs to pay all that time and the venue. And let's do this. So for your brand watching, or if you know a brand, let's do this. Let's get Toby, let's get Sheila, let's get Collette, let's get everybody who's going to be stepping up, Adam, all the great people that are going to be stepping up, and we could do that for sure. Yeah. I think that would be a great idea. So look, thank you again, George, Collette. I love it.
Thank you.
Doing this night, and I'll let you go into the green room. Just put your mute on. I'll say goodbye to everybody.
Yeah.
So
Thank
say goodbye to everybody, to Collette and George.
Thanks for having me.
Bye.
Love you lot.
Bye.
There we go. Great night. Thank you so much, everybody. It's been a really good night. Seeing many of you just staying with us all the way through. Like I say, each and every one of you, it's you that do make this show. And been keeping up with your comments has been great. And yeah, thank you so much. So I'm just going to go along, just have a little say goodbye. The jellyfish, we're definitely going with that. I'm really loving that. Okay, thanks everyone. Thank you, Ruth. Thank you for your input into the show. Thank you, Nicola. Yeah, Colette's doing a great job. She always has done. I think she's just, yeah, she should be knighted, I reckon, is our Collette. Thanks, everyone. Great to see you here, by the way, Donna, tonight from Melbourne, down under. Thank you. Thank you, Raymond. Thank you. Yeah, love doing it as always. Thank you, Mustafa. I know you're going to come into the hot seat one night. We're going to bring you in. Thank you, Rachel. Yep, great. Great fun. Yes. We need to have a laugh. There's a lot of seriousness out there, isn't there? You're very well. Thank you, Toby. I think you do an incredible job. We'd love to get you involved in all this. Janet, yeah. Thank you. If I didn't get to you, yeah, is Sundays good? Yeah, Graham's just put that in. I think Sundays could be good. That just means, yeah, I'm happy on a Sunday. If this is the way forward, then Sundays could be the new fortnightly place for the hair show. So look, just keep tuned, keep in on the How to Cut It community. Follow us. I think we're also on my own profile, social media. It's all going on in there. Really excited going forward. We have lots happening. Each and every one of you, have a great Monday tomorrow. If you're heading off to the British Business Hairdressing Awards, very best of luck if you're up for awards. So until 2 weeks' time, peace, love and smiles all the way. Goodbye.